What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Los Blancos Fan TV. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. As we edge closer to the return of La Liga, Real Madrid players are training. Third day of training today. Everything is going well. So that's good to hear. The Bundesliga returning this Saturday. You've got Serie A being confirmed to come back on June the 13th if everything is going well. Now you only got La Liga in the Premier League to confirm a date for the return of the leagues. But a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about the UCL return. Hussein Aouar from Lyon, James Rodriguez, Coleman, links to him. We got the return of La Liga, of course, and players. Some players not really wanting to come back and stuff like that. Gareth Bale to Newcastle United, VAR, Casemiro, and other stuff as well. We'll start off with the Champions League, which the Lyon president confirmed that the Lyon game versus Juventus will take place on August the 7th in Turin behind closed doors, with the Lyon being 2-1 up, I believe. They beat Juventus in Lyon in the first leg, so we'll see what happens there. But then again, what's going to happen is that domestic leagues are going to finish first, and then you got the Champions League, Europa League, and all that. So that's what's going to happen there. Not too much to talk about there. On to the next report. L'Equipe reporting that Lyon are willing to set Hussein Aouar, 21 years of age, I believe, and they are willing to sell him this summer. Since Lyon will not have European football next season, they do have some assets in there. Lyon, of course, losing a lot of money. The league has been canceled. The French league has been canceled. So the French teams are going to lose a lot of money, especially that Lyon have some, hot commodities over there. Got Memphis Depay, Moussa Dembele, Aouar over there. So they got some good players over there, and they might not be able to afford all those wages, and they've lost a lot of money as well. So they're gonna have to sell maybe to survive. Who knows? But L'Equipe is a decent source. I wouldn't say it's a tier 1 source, tier 3 maybe. It gets it right here and there, but I think Manchester City are linked to him as well. So big teams are looking at Aouar, very close control dribbling, which I like. So that's good to see. But 21 years of age, is he ready to come to the Real Madrid team right away? I'm not so sure, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see, I guess, on that one. We'll see when more solidified journalists saying about Aouar and his future at Lyon. But we're gonna have to wait till football comes back for these rumors really to get going again. But this one's been pretty heating up, to be honest. James Rodriguez, Atletico Madrid negotiating with James Rodriguez. There's a source in Colombia saying that it's 80% chance that's going to happen. According to Deportes Cuatro, though, who actually, they're a decent source as well. They're saying Atletico have denied the interest. Then other sources are saying that they're interested. Other sources are he's not interested. But I think James Rodriguez, that his contract runs out in 2021. He's got 1 year left on his contract, so it's either he leaves this upcoming transfer window, or we let him go on a free in the summer in 2021. So, might as well just take the money right now. Then again, with this whole corona crisis, who's going to be able to afford James' wages, a transfer fee, and all that stuff? Who's going to be able to afford that? I don't know. So I think it's going to happen with James Rodriguez. 2021, and he's going to leave on a free. That's what I think is going to happen with James Rodriguez. Zidane doesn't really fancy him. It's going to be another year of James not really playing a lot of games. So I think that's what's going to happen with James Rodriguez. But this one is quite interesting. This came from Sky. I believe Sky Germany, which says Real Madrid are interested in Coleman from Bayern Munich. Now I think this is just paper talk. I don't see this one happening. Coleman, 23 years of age, talented player, but I don't want him at Real Madrid. Always injured. Left-sided midfielder. You already got Hazard there. You already have Vinicius there. You really need Coleman. I'm not so sure about that. Coleman, terrible injury record. I don't want him anywhere near Real Madrid, to be honest. Talented player. I don't want unreliable players like Coleman. I just think it's a bunch of paper talk. He is French, so that might be a thing with Zidane. You never know, but I don't see this one happening. Really, I just don't see it. So I think that's just a bunch of paper talk. I think. Yeah, so forget about that one. But of course, Real Madrid coming back to training, in groups of 14, of course. I've been posting pictures on my Instagram with the Real Madrid players training. Sergio Ramos, has his training with the ball again. Good to see. Jovic, and Mariano are training inside for some reason. Jovic, of course, got the injury somehow in quarantine. He's going to be out pretty much for the rest of the season until July. Or maybe just before the season ends, maybe before the Champions League knockout stages, maybe right before the league ends, if everything does go to plan for the league, if the league returns on June the 12th and ends on July the 26th, which is basically the plan for La Liga. So that's good to see the Real Madrid players training, of course, getting fit, and doing their thing out there, So, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if everything goes well. They are being isolated from their families and stuff like that. They have to be. They have to be because the families go out. You never know what they're touching. You never know what they're doing over there. You got all that stuff in one house. It doesn't really go well. So the players, if they're gonna continue that Liga, they're gonna have to be isolated out there. They're gonna have to be away from their families, and that's what a lot of players don't like. They don't like. It's not about the health and safety for the players that they don't like. It's more the fact that they're going to be spending a lot of weeks in isolation away from their family. That's what they don't like. But isn't that what they do in the World Cup? Isn't that what they do when they go on tour to America? When they go on tour to China and all those things. Isn't that what they do? They don't bring their family with them. They're with their players in the hotels and stuff like that. So I don't see the problem. You have to finish the season, before, canceling the season really isn't really morally right for me. Finish the season first if it is possible, of course, if it's possible. If the number of cases goes down in the next couple of weeks, then there should be no problem with that. So the players will have to be isolated. Can't come in contact with outsiders and all that stuff getting mixed up. You don't want any of that. So players are gonna have to be in isolation for sure. So that's it on that one. This one's gonna be mind blowing. Gareth Bale to Newcastle United. Marca basically saying that if the Newcastle owners, Newcastle United, of course, they got some rumors going around that the Saudi Arabian, I think it's the Prince, he's actually wanting to buy Newcastle United, and of course that guy's got, he's got a billion, he's got about 323 billion or something like that, a ridiculous amount of money, way more than any owner of any football club, and he would like to, basically, if that does happen, Newcastle will be interested in bringing Gareth Bale in. To be honest, I'd be more than happy with that. More than happy. The guy's on 600 pounds a week or something like that. 600,000, something like that. Some crazy amount. And he's injury prone. He disrespected the club. He's playing golf all the time. I don't know, man. I just want to get rid of him. He's just, I'm just done with Gareth Bale, to be honest. My man just pulling the Wales flag with the whole golf Madrid thing. Wales, Madrid golf, whatever. Not really into that. So I'm done with Gareth Bale. If he wants, he's gonna want to, run out his contract though. That's what he's gonna want. He's gonna want to run out his contract. He's on loads of wages. He's comfortable out here. It's Madrid, the hot sun, instead of the cold Newcastle. So I don't really see this one happening. Newcastle United will they be taken over? Possibly. Will Gareth Bale want to go to Newcastle United, who are in a rebuild? When Gareth Bale's 30 years old now. I don't think so. Where is he now, Gareth Bale? I forgot how old he is. He's in his early 30s though, so I don't think that's what's gonna happen whatsoever. Again, they might be looking at him, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen for sure. I think Bale's gonna stay at Real Madrid, finish the contract because no one's be able to afford the wages unless Newcastle really wanted to actually go for him for some reason. That would be great though. So I don't see this one really happening. So yeah. On to the last piece of news. Haaland basically coming out on Sky Sports saying that he's just focused on training. He was asked about Real Madrid interests. He just focused on training, doing his job, not really too fussed about the outside interest, So, Haaland, obviously I think we all know he's a quality player, scoring goals in the Champions League with the whole meditating thing. Man's a gunman, scores goals for fun, 19 years of age, fox in the box, I like him. Would I like him at Real Madrid? Probably, yeah, I would. But is he going to come to Real Madrid? No, he's not. 0 out of 10 for me on this one. In the future, possibly. But I would like to see Mbappe first. So, That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, of course. Not really too much, oh yeah, by the way, before I forgot about this one. Casemiro. Basically, I said this the other night. He's already signed the contract, and it's gonna be made official at the end of the season. This is according to Cope Tier 2 source. Multiple sources have been saying that Casemiro's already extended the contract at Real Madrid, and that at the end of the season it will be made official. I'm not too worried about that. Casemiro, I think we all know, he's a quality player, been a great servant for the club, irreplaceable for me. So I'm a fan. So totally happy with the contract. Can't wait for that. Hopefully, La Liga does come back June the 12th. Hopefully, Bundesliga come back this Saturday. We'll see. We'll see if Real Madrid do go for any Bundesliga players. But that's it for today, guys, and peace.